It's Week 5 of the National Football League, where division rivals will clash in the AFC South. It's the Titans and the Colts, next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Brendan Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you think about matchups in the NFL, you're usually thinking this offense versus this defense. But this game here, we get two different offensive philosophies that are matching up in this way.
Yeah, we certainly do, because on one side, you've got a team that not only loves to throw the football, they do it quite well. They're the number one passing offense in the league. And on the other sideline, the ground game is their strength. They're a top 5 unit in the league. So contrasting styles of moving the football. To me, this is going to make for a very interesting ball game.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here comes the Tennessee offense, and you see Ryan Tannehill leading them out.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
On first down, it's Tannehill. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. And just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line. And these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. On the return, it's Rodgers. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the man running the show, Charles, their quarterback.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, It is.
They go play action here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have the Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down. Back to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. They'll drop to throw. This defense for the Titans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. And from the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season. Right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints. right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Hines. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2nd down and 3. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
Woo! I know you feel that.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're talking about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally would...
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Tennessee. On first down, Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the...
And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here's Rodgers to return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will have a Titans 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and trying not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Rosa's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Tannehill. Caught on the right side by Jones. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. It was pretty evident in reading everything, hearing these guys talk, that this was a deal they wanted to get done. They know how valuable he is to this team.
Absolutely a key component to what they do and what they do well. And if they want to continue to have success in the future, they knew they needed him, and they got the deal done.
He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. And he's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
And the Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his big tight end here. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the visiting Jaguars who were able to come away with the road victory. Trevor Lawrence, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who are out in front. Sam Darnold has a couple of touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. Devontae Adams, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half. Final adjustments taking place in both teams' locker rooms. We're closing in on the second half. And to bring it your way, let's go back up to Indianapolis and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Colts to take over. They're trying to get back on track following the loss to Buffalo a week ago. But the good news, they've got the lead right now here in the football 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the handoff, Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Got him in, it's Brown.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Off play action, Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
It's a gain of 6. And the Titans first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now it's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And it's a Titans touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by Nagar is up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Titans 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Indy set to go on offense once more.
They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 74 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
That 2nd down play nets a -4. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And he's trying to plow ahead, but I don't think he got there. He did it. That's a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken at about the 14. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Indy. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give to Taylor. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second and 3. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. He's still on his feet. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Flush to his right. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. So when you factor in the safety, that's now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. The Titans set and ready to go on offense. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big game.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin.
I'm the best in the game.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Colts TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for a touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25. Tennessee offense set to go again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. And his pass incomplete. And defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Well, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. To throw is Tannehill. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That catch good for only a couple. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Tannehill. And this is incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Kenny Moore.
Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was fourth down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. Should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, a better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
They juked him. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. They'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fielded at the 33. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get...
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Quiddy Pay
able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans.
Back to throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, instead of 4th down after the incompletion, it'll be 1st down, roughing the passer.
Coaches love their defenses to be aggressive, but they want them to be smart as well. Have to leave the quarterback alone at a certain point.
And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To the air again, Tannehill. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Tannehill on 3rd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And to be frank, Charles, probably not too many people surprised at how this one turned out.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I mean, they're such a good football team. They were at home. You know, you walked in and you looked at the advantages and you saw that they had most of them. It'd take a lot to try and even it up. I just thought 2 words for this ball game: methodical and predictable. And both of them came together.
So for Indianapolis, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Titans, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.